Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial. This tutorial is about creating wings in Adobe Illustrator. There was a previous video on how this is done, and this time around I would like to explain the process step by step. So we begin by picking our ellipse tool and picking the first color of the first wing. So I'm going to use the color eyedropper tool to pick that color, pick my ellipse tool and draw an oval. Not so big. I think this is okay. Cool. So with our oval drawn, we need to create pointers at the edges for both the left and the right. So I'm going to use either the curvature tool. You can use the curvature tool. It's just under the pen tool, or you can use the pen tool itself, and you double click on both ends to create these pointers for you. You can also use the pen tool to do likewise, but with the pen tool you have to hold down Alt. Hold down the Alt key and then you click on both ends like this. So with both ends left and right pointed, the next thing we want to do is to transform our first wing. So we go to Effects, Warp, and then we select Flag. Make sure your preview is on and slide the bend to your preference. I'm going to slide it to, I think 30, I think 40 is okay. Leave the distortion for horizontal and vertical at 0, and do not change the vertical bend. If you do that, you distort the whole thing. So it is only the horizontal we are applying the 40% to. Then you click OK. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is to rotate your wing so that it's positioned as the first wing. So when you want to do that, you come to the corner of and then slightly rotate it like this. So what happens is when you rotate it, you see it gets distorted. So to fix this, I'm going to press Ctrl Z. To fix this, we first need to expand the shape. So we go to Object, Expand Appearance. And so now when I want to rotate it to the first position like this, I still have my wing. So rotating it will tell Illustrator that this is the first wing. This is how I want my first wing to be positioned. I mean the topmost wing. Okay. So now we want to create the duplicates under this. So to do that, we need to go to Effects once again. Then we go to Distort and Transform. And then we go to Transform. So you have the Transform effect window opening up. So here we're going to once again make sure the preview is on. And we're going to scale it horizontally and vertically. Starting with the horizontal, I'm going to make it 90 and make the vertical 80. Okay, that reduces the size of our wing a little bit. Come to the angle. Where do you want the second wing to be rotated to? Well, 10 degrees. and make sure transform objects and scale strokes effects are all ticked. Leave these ones blank, and then when you come here, select the bottom left corner as a point of rotation. Now, so what that does is you see your first wing outlined here, and it gives you an idea of how or where your second wing will be placed. So this is your first wing, this is your second wing, and depending on the duplicates that you add to follow through. So I'm going to come down to copies here, and add 4. So in all, this is how your final wings will look like. If you're not satisfied with how it looks, you can still make changes to vertical and horizontal look. Let me change this. Okay, I think I'll prefer this to be 80 and this to be 90, the horizontal to be 90. Good. So when we are okay with everything, you just click OK. Now you have your wing. You realize that everywhere you drag it to, it follows suit. But we want to color these wings, the duplicated ones, individually. So to do that, we go to Object once again and expand appearance. So what it does, it reduces your duplicated ones into individual wings. And the next thing you do is you right click and ungroup them. So now you select each wing and color it to your preference. So I'm using a color scheme I have created just to color the wings individually. I select, pick the eyedropper to click on the color that I want. So the last one, like this. So now we have our wings. Next thing you do is select everything and go to the opacity on your properties panel and change the opacity to screen. Like this. Select everything once again. And come to the stroke panel, stroke and fill, select the stroke and select white. Increase the stroke weight to say 3. We have this slight lines going through. Now you select everything, right click, group, so when I move it around, I have one set of wings, or let's say the right wing. I want to create the left one, so I will go to Object, ensure that this one is selected like this, go to Object, Transform, and Reflect. You can also just right click on it and go to Transform and Reflect. Let's move this here. Make sure Preview is selected. Make sure Vertical Axis is selected. You can leave this as a default figure and then click on Copy. And what it does is it creates a duplicate of what you have, and that duplicate is what is selected at the moment. So all you need to do is hold down Shift and drag it to your left. So you have 2 beautiful angel's wings created. You can try this out with different color schemes and see how it will look. Well, that's it for this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it, and remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Till we meet again, it's bye.